So the PlayStation deals continue this week then, with some huge savings to be had on a ton of different Capcom titles, as well as over 300 other great games. And today here on PlayStation Corner we have another fantastic roundup of deals for you, including some phenomenal survival horrors, a legendary beat 'em up, and one of the OG greats of the platforming genre. And as always, at the top of the screen you'll find the pricings for both the US and UK, as well as Canada, Australia and Europe. But without further ado, be sure to hit that like button if this one helps you out, subscribe to the channel for weekly deals as well as PS5 and PSVR 2 content, and let's get stuck into it. So first up then we have Resident Evil Village, the latest entry in the main Resident Evil series, which picks up 3 years after the events of Resident Evil 7, with us once more playing as Ethan Winters, who, being the unlucky chap that he is, this time round finds himself trying to survive amidst a village terrified by lycans and governed by 4 mutated overlords, each with their own supernatural abilities. He's another fantastical diversion from the standard Resident Evil formula, but one whose core mechanics still hold true to its roots, having an engaging storyline, some tight combat and plenty of puzzles to solve. And while it doesn't quite have the atmosphere of 7, opting for a more action-centred approach to its gameplay, it's still an excellent entry in the series with plenty of scares to offer. The game recently received a free PSVR 2 upgrade as well, which I had the joy of playing for the first time for a live stream, but with its current 50% discount, there's never been a better time to give this one a go. Devil May Cry 5 is our next big sale today, with 50% off the PlayStation 5's special edition version of the game, which comes bundled with all of the deluxe upgrade content, including extra weapons, alternative costumes and the playable character Virgil, as well as of course the next gen visual upgrades. It's a series which is well known for its fast-paced combo-driven combat system and to some degree its difficulty, but Devil May Cry 5 is undoubtedly one of the best entries so far, bringing new levels of polish to its over-the-top and stylishly slick high-octane action as you battle against demonic hordes as demon hunters Nero, Dante and the mysterious Virgil. Definitely one for fans of fast-paced action games though, and like all the games in our list today, on sale until the 23rd of March. Now our next deal today is unfortunately only available in the US and Canada, but the Yakuza Origins digital bundle contains a trio of legendary Yakuza titles, including Yakuza 0, which charts the origins of series protagonist Kazuma Kiryu and his early years as a Yakuza foot soldier, as well as Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, remakes of the first and second games in the series. If you're new to the series though, this bundle provides the perfect introduction to its plot-heavy world and the neon-soaked streets of Kamurocho as you battle against rival clans, complete quests and partake in side activities such as gambling or karaoke to earn XP and cash and build your reputation and power. A phenomenal series though, and a great trilogy of titles to get stuck into, especially if you're playing them for the first time. So when I think of beat 'em ups, the first game that always comes to mind is Streets of Rage, and the fourth entry in the series is currently sporting a fantastic 50% discount, and what an entry it is, combining all of the things you loved about the original with the addition of some modern day improvements, including an entirely new combo system and some fantastic hand-drawn visuals. The game also just got a massive free update, adding a custom survival mode, some new co-op moves and over 300 other improvements and character balances. And if you're a fan of the Streets of Rage games or of classic brawlers in general, this one is a definite must-own and one hell of a deal at its current discounted price. So the Crysis Remastered Trilogy is our next bundle, and back in the day Crysis stood as the benchmark for PC graphics, but even 16 years on, today is still able to offer a tasty bit of eye candy thanks to a heavily updated game engine. The series itself though revolves around a group of military specialists, who equipped with technologically advanced nanosuits which grant them enhanced physical attributes and cloaking abilities, find themselves facing off against hostile North Korean soldiers and an advanced race of aliens known as the Seth, And even years on, the storyline is still awesome, and the moment-to-moment combat is as engaging as ever, with the suit's abilities being an absolute joy to use. You can pick up the Crysis Remastered Trilogy right now though, with a 50% discount. Like the rolling slopes of Green Hill Zone, the Sonic franchise has had its many ups and downs over the years, but Sonic Colors was Sega's first attempt at combining the best of both old and new, and for the most part they actually managed to succeed. Now, the Ultimate Edition is a remaster of the Wii version and saw somewhat of a return to form for the series, putting Sonic and his battle against Dr. Robotnik back at its heart. And it features the classic high-speed platforming that the series is known for, but with a few modern touches, including frequent shifts between third-person and side-scrolling perspectives, and it also saw the introduction of wisps, a kind of peril which can be used to enhance Sonic's abilities and reach new areas. Overall, a decent entry in the series which has a lot of good ideas going on and definitely got Sega back on course and the fans back on the side. But this one is matching its all-time lowest sale price. Now, if you're looking for something a little more chill to dive into, then you'd be hard pushed to find a more relaxing experience than Journey, and this collector's edition not only includes the title game itself, which has you embarking on a mysterious pilgrimage as you soar above sands and ruins and explore its vast and beautiful world, but also two of the developer's previous titles, those being Flow and Flower, both of which offer tranquil and zen-like gameplay experiences. I myself have played all three of these ones though, and while Journey is by far the most memorable of the bunch, they're all just great to stick on and play through when you need a bit of a break from the more action-oriented titles, but they're short and sweet, and are currently on sale with a 40% discount. If you fancy yourself the investigative type with an eye for the finer details and a nose for bullshit, then look no further than the Ace Attorney Turnabout collection, which contains all 5 Ace Attorney games. A visual novel cum detective and courtroom simulator, your objective in these ones is simple: clear your client's name and get them declared not guilty. But in order to do so, you'll have to gather evidence and information through the investigation of crime scenes and questioning of witnesses, before heading into the courtroom to defend your clients, cross-examining witnesses to pick apart the lies, and call them out on anything you find even remotely dodgy. Some highly comical scenarios to enjoy and fantastic twists and turns in these ones though, and while the genre itself might not be everyone's cup of tea, there should be no objection over its 50% discount. So our penultimate deal today then, Monster Hunter Rise, is the 6th game in the iconic action role-playing series, which tasks players with hunting down and capturing behemoth monsters, or alternatively hacking them to pieces to craft new armour and weapons, enabling them to hunt down even bigger beasties. Like its predecessor though, Rise puts an emphasis on teamwork and is best enjoyed online with a group of players, but it gives you plenty of options when it comes to your weapon of choice, from huge two-handed greatswords and hammers to dual blades, bowguns and gun lances, all of which offer their own unique playstyles and bring plenty of variety. Once again, it features large open maps to explore and hundreds of hours worth of hunts to enjoy, but it also introduces a new survival-like rampage mode and a grappling hook system called the Wirebug, which enhances the movement and combat mechanics, allowing for faster vertical traversal, unique combo attacks, and the ability to take control of monsters. It's a series which I've enjoyed in the past though, and a great one to play with friends, and it's currently packing a 50% discount until the 23rd of March. Finishing up as we started off then, our final deal today is going to be Raccoon City Edition, a double pack containing both 2019's Resident Evil 2 remake as well as 2020's Resident Evil 3 remake. These ones though are classic survival horror at its best, with a few modern quality of life upgrades, so sadly no more tank controls to worry about, as well as a couple of new weapons and some expanded areas, But if you're not familiar with them, Resident Evil 2 sees Claire Redfield and Leon Kennedy attempting to escape the zombie-infested streets of Raccoon City and taking refuge in an equally blighted police station where they find themselves constantly pursued by the terrifying Mr. X, while the Resident Evil 3 remake pits veteran Jill Valentine and mercenary Carlos Oliveira against more zombie hordes and the iconic Nemesis. And while admittedly the Resident Evil 2 remake is by far the better of the two, they're both still well worth experiencing. In addition to these two, the bundle also comes with the 4v1 online multiplayer game Resident Evil Resistance, which I haven't had a chance to play myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about. But with a massive 75% discount, Raccoon City Edition offers phenomenal value for money. And so that just about wraps things up for another PlayStation deals video. So did anything tickle your fancy today? Perhaps you're in the market for a bit of survival horror, a spot of monster hunting, or maybe you just want to break some skulls in Streets of Rage 4. Whatever you're buying, let us know down in the comments section below, and be sure to share your own recommendations for those awesome deals, as we're always in the market for a hot bargain. With that said though, don't forget to drop a like if this one helped you out, subscribe for more PlayStation content, including weekly deals videos and PS5 and PSVR 2 content, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks everyone, take care.